Yo, what's up, guys? Rob Shoecraft for Three Storm Fitness. This is the too long did not watch version. Basically, the great tool called at LiftVault.com, LiftVault. Check the description. I'll put links in there. Um, but my buddy Kyle, my new buddy Kyle, we haven't actually met. We're pen pals. Um, LiftVault.com, he's got this thing called the Program Finder. He's got, I think, 160 different programs on there that you could filter based on, time of day, number of days per week you want to train, what equipment you have. I don't know if he does that or not, but what your goals are, all sorts of different metadata that you could filter by to find the kind of the perfect template for you. All spreadsheets, all free, all great stuff. Check it out. Stick around this video. I go into long-winded rants and everything per usual, but I get into the details of how to use it and what you could find with it. And yeah, enjoy. Thanks. Hey, what's up, guys? Rob Shoecraft here with Three Storm Fitness. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm messing around. For those who've been with me on my channel for a while, you know that I'm pretty low tech, which is ironic because I make a living in the IT industry. But anyways, I'm trying to do a screen cap here using Filmora, by the way, if you've used that before, on my wife's MacBook. So I apologize if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of don't. All right. So anyways, I want to talk today about, actually not this page. I'll get to that in a second. I want to talk about this website here. This is something called LiftVault.com, run by a dude named Kyle, who I've talked to a bit on via email. Seems like a pretty darn cool dude. And basically, I want to talk mainly about this. I'm pointing to it like I'm such an idiot. This program finder. This is kind of like the bread and butter tool of the site. And I think it's a pretty slick tool, mainly because I thought of it. I thought I was starting to make this site myself, and I accidentally found it, and I'm like, well, this guy's pretty much already done this. He's doing it better than I was. It's a little different, but I'll show you what I was working on first. I was working on this is my WordPress site, and hang on a second. How do I do this here? There we go. I was messing around with like a program finder, so here's the deal. Here's the backstory here. People are always coming up to me and asking, can you put a program together for me? And honestly, there is value in that. I mean, not every program is, the whole one size fits nobody thing. Like, as much as I love programs, online programs, very, very rarely are you going to find one that's truly perfect for you. One that has all the correct exercises, that meets your goals, that has that meets your schedule, that really offers what you actually need. There's just so much tweaking that needs to take place. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it now. Working with clients, very rarely do I actually stick to the script of the workout I have planned for them that day. In other words, I'm constantly making changes, even when I'm seeing somebody in person, just based on how they feel that day, what equipment's available, etc., any number of things. But it is nice to have a program or really a template. Somebody's shushing. I don't know if they're shushing me or I don't know. A program or really a template, ideally, to help you, to help kind of guide you, to get, especially when it comes to progressions and picking assistance exercises, accessory exercises, and really what your goal is, whether it's hypertrophy, strength, whatever, how much time you have during the day to do it, how much time you have during the week to do it, how you work with recovery, how often you like to squat, bench, deadlift, how often you need to do one of those things. All of those things kind of contribute of what equipment you have available anyway. So my whole point was, I wanted to make a feature on my site, a tool that would allow people, because I always tell people, I'm like, look, just get started. There's so much free content available out there. You could pay me, I'll gladly take your money, but with just a little bit of searching, you could find what you're looking for and get started on your own. And then you come to me when you're looking for tweaks and, it hurts my shoulder when I do this. What else you got? I can fill in the blanks there. So anyways, I thought I'd build a tool to automatically do that. So I started doing that and I started writing all these reviews. So basically the way mine works is like this. And like I said, this is like alpha stage. You can search for a program up here. I was going to load it up with like free and premium programs. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this, but you could search. Let's say your primary goal is hypertrophy, right? So you click on that, and then it filters. I got to work on the speed of this thing if I ever actually launch it, but it filters based on hypertrophy being the main goal. Then you could choose like special focus, how long it is, the number of days per week you train, the average session length, right? And go from there. And then a lot more things too, like prerequisite skills, back squat, is it novice friendly, whether or not you need bands and chains, all sorts of things that I thought people would want to know when searching for a program. And then they would, they click on this, and then it would go into a full-blown breakdown of the program, right? And this is just like my write-up for it, etc. So anyways, I was looking up building the monolith. I think that's what I was looking up, and I was looking up more information on it to include it in like my meta information. And I found Kyle's site, LiftVault, and I was like, dang, man, I mean, this dude, he's already doing what I want to do, right? So I reached out to him and just basically complimented him, and it's a great site. It's really, it's well done. It's very lean. It's not as fancy as mine, but you don't really need fancy when you're trying to find a program. So you go to liftvault.com, right up here. You go to Program Finder. It's the first one here. And then you scroll down, and this is kind of, this is the gist right here. You have his recommended programs. Now, I don't know what I asked Kyle, actually. I kind of got to know him. I can't remember if I already said this, but I kind of got to know him a little bit, and I asked him if he would do like a Skype or a Zoom interview with me for my channel, because I got some questions for him, and he seems like a cool guy to talk to. So he said he'd come on the channel sometime. So maybe the next couple months we'll get Kyle on here. I'll ask him some of these questions. But he's got recommended. Now I don't know what his qualifications, not his qualifications, but what attributes he's looking for to recommend something. But he does have some good programs and templates in there. You could choose whether you want, the program type, whether it's for power building, bodybuilding, strength training, where you're trying to peak if you're like a competitive power lifter. Most of this stuff is geared toward power lifters, but I think that's really probably just because a lot of these spreadsheets that he uses, and we'll get to those in a second, are created by, they're all over like Reddit forums and stuff. He's not, as far as I know, I don't think he's actually making the spreadsheets. I think he's going out there and finding them and then organizing them into filterable, easy to navigate. Basically, he's organizing the metadata, which is what you see all through here, and he's making it easy to find the program that you want. But a lot of those programs that he's pulling from, those spreadsheets, probably coming from like Reddit, and most of the, I guess the folks, I've been on there a bit myself, and a lot of the folks that are putting these spreadsheets together are more driven toward powerlifting. Anyways, there's good bodybuilding stuff in here too, and like you got Olympic in there. Anyways, you click on what you want to look for. Let's say we want a powerlifting program. All right, we'll click on that, and it automatically starts filtering out. Wait a minute. I almost accidentally clicked on something. Powerlifting, let's say intermediate. All right, okay, so it's going to filter a little more. Number of weeks, days per week. Let's say I got 3 days a week. And you can see here you got 19 programs that are currently available based on, I'm stacking categories, right? Say 3 days a week. So I want a powerlifting program. I'm an intermediate lifter. And, that's kind of an arbitrary title, but we could make another video on what that means. Maybe Kyle will be able to chime in there. focus on all lifts. So you can have like, like let's say it's like a Boris Shiko, bench press program, or I know like Johnny Candido has some stuff that focus on bench press or squat. You could do that, or you could choose if you just leave it empty, it won't filter it. So I'm just going to leave that empty. I'm not preparing for a meet. Yeah, let's say I am preparing for a meet. All right, and let's say I want to squat 3 days a week, right? So I'm going to choose squat frequency 3. Bench, we'll leave that. And uses 1 RM percentage. So, a lot of programs are 1 RM percentage based. So, it might be like, would be a common one, maybe like a 5x5, like an old Bill Starr program or something like that. You're going to be, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that shows up. But, you're going to be doing like 5 sets of 5 at 85%, something like that. So that's where you got to know your 1 rep max. That's the gist there. Uses RPE, so perceived exertion. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that? Usually what that means is how many reps did you have left in the tank. So if you're doing RPE, it's just going to depend. It might say go till, I know like, what's his face? John Meadows uses RPE a lot. He's saying, if you're, except he'll use like RPE 13, which means like you're throwing up and you're dying and you can't move the next day. But RPE, if you like that sort of thing, if you like programs that use that, and then periodization, you can whittle away the periodization if you're looking for a particular model. Let's say I like old school. I'm going to choose linear periodization. Okay, so now, and then you can choose whether you're peaking or it's just general strength. Very, very cool. A lot of good stuff in there. You could even filter by creator. So I'm going to go down, and it automatically populates here. So we got GZCL and Cody Lefevre stuff. Tons and tons of GZCL variations on this site. Great spreadsheets. There's a huge body of free work behind that, which is the gist of all this. That's the reason I like this site so much. It's all free, right? This guy's just gone out there. Kyle's just gone out there. He's grabbed a bunch of spreadsheets that are freely available, but he's made them easy to find, right? Easy to find the program you want. And then you get the breakdown of the metadata here. So it's got me down to, I think, 3 different programs. We got this 7-week raw powerlifting program. We got this barbell medicine peaking template. Let's check out old GZCL. I do like those. I like the progression for a lot of those. Ooh, we could sign up for his. Yeah, he was asking me for information about opt-ins, and looks like he's got that set up. I don't think I even gave him any advice. Good job. Good job, Kyle. Hopefully you'll grow your mailing list. Okay, so we scroll down here. He's got just some information on here. Actually, he's got a ton of info on here. Here's the table of contents. You go down. If you're not familiar with the GZCL method, I just happened to pick that one, but it is a cool template. It makes a lot of sense. It's really pretty cut and dry, even though it looks pretty. Anyways, this isn't about that. So you could see he's got these spreadsheets embedded in here, all hosted on his Google Drive. So when you find the one you want, this is just he's got a million different variations here. Let's say we want to see Jacked and Tan spreadsheet 2.0. So I'll click on this. And, he gives credit to the authors on there. And, the spreadsheets, now the one thing, the spreadsheets are going to vary based on who made them. Some of them are amazing. Some of them, they could use a little bit of work. But either way, you got a great starting point for what you want to do. So, this is Jacked and Tan. So this is the thing I like about spreadsheets is you also have built-in tracking, right? Your logbook, it's an old cliche, but it's like the most important tool for your in the gym. If you've heard that and you're a new lifter and you don't believe that, take my word for it. You have to track what you do. I mean, you really do, because you're going to come in 3 weeks from now. You're going to be doing the or even the following week if you're me and you forget your own name sometimes. You're going to come in. You're not going to know what you did before, but you got to progress off of your former lift. If you don't know what it is, then you're just going to be spinning your wheels. Track your workouts. I mean, whether you use spreadsheets or notepads or Trainer Eyes or whatever, track your freaking workouts, please. right? So this is great. Spreadsheets are great because it's just not only do you have the program here and the outline of it, but you have a place to write down your progress. So and I never even been in this particular spreadsheet before, but I'm assuming you put your maxes in here, right? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm in view only. So what you can do is save, because it's hosted on his Google Drive. You could save this to your own, and then basically then you could do whatever you want to with the spreadsheet. So go on, mess around with the spreadsheets. The reason I got to know Kyle was because I gave him a shout out how great his site was, but I wanted to offer people something for signing up for my mailing list, which, by the way, please do if you feel like it. I won't spam you. Ask anybody if you happen to know them. I send a maximum of one email a week, and it's usually just telling people what I did on my YouTube channel. But anyways, I wanted to give people something that was, actually that I thought was valuable. So what I did was I bundled 22 of my favorite spreadsheets. And basically when you sign up for my email, you get 23 spreadsheets or 22. I don't remember what it was, but it's a pretty good deal. But that way you get them all in a zip file. And I asked Kyle, I said, I know you didn't make these. I don't necessarily have to ask for your permission, but I am using your site to kind of find the ones that I want to include. So would you mind? He was totally cool with it. And then, of course, later on, I find that Greg Knuckles and company with Stronger by Science are also offering 28 free spreadsheets or something. Like, I swear it looks like I'm ripping those guys off. I'm not. Although I highly recommend you sign up for them too. They got great information on Stronger by Science. I mean, like primo stuff. I'm a big fan of their stuff. So anyways, I'm all over the place here. Just wanted to point out, great tool. Check it out. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you, hopefully this is recording. I don't have to do all this crap again. I will continue to put more videos out. I'm going to start lining up some interviews with people. Some folks, I got a doctor friend of mine who's an osteopathic manipulation specialist. I got a Super Bowl champion friend of mine, Sean McHugh. He's going to be on. My old buddy Denise Bailey. She's like a gadget connoisseur. She said she'd hop on here. Kyle would, and then my buddy Mark, who runs Garage Gym 411 and Rogue Recycler. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff right now, and I want to get him on and kind of talk about it. He's like the master of getting free, or not free, maybe free, might as well be, used gym equipment. That guy gets crazy deals. So I wanted to have him on here and give some tips on like somebody who's bought thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gym equipment, to have him on here to give some free tips and kind of tell us what he's doing. So yeah, I am kind of, I want to get, I'm not sick of it. I like talking by myself. I like doing these monologues here. But sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. I like to talk to somebody sometimes. So I want to have some guests on and see what we can do there. But anyways, that's what's coming up once I get this crap in gear with my new day job. So anyways, yeah, guys, like and subscribe and all that stuff. And have a great day. Thank you so much. Yeah. Cool.